Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to draw plein air for the first time this year. I'll be heading over to a new favorite spot in the Amsterdam forest. And then this is the actual subject of the fine liner drawing I'll be making in this vlog. All the while enjoying nature, well, urban nature. I head out for two separate outings, so there is quite a bit of drawing on location going on. And then later I finish the piece at home, as is pretty normal for me. So, care to join me for a calm art vlog? If so, hello, my name is Suzanne, welcome to my channel, and let's get started. This is me on my bike on my way to a new location in the Amsterdam forest, which is our biggest local park. As I said, it's the first time this year I'm going to draw plein air and I am really looking forward to it. It is rather late in the year to start, it's April, but we've had so much rain and then there were personal circumstances. But never mind all that, I'm finally heading out again, on a gorgeous early afternoon as well, as you can see. It is still a bit chilly and there's quite a bit of wind, but just look at that beautiful sunlight. This is the path or lane I've picked as one of my main locations for plein air this year. It is flanked on both sides with knotwilgen, which is pollard willows in English. Except I've been calling them knotted willows, but I just found out that is probably not correct. Oops. Either way, just look at all these fine trees. On the left side, the trees are smaller and more overgrown, less severely clipped or cut. They're pretty wild looking actually. While on the opposite side the trees have grown taller and they're more traditionally cut, I think. So the two sides both have different but wonderfully shaped willows. Plenty to choose from. After walking about for a bit, this was the subject I finally picked. I decided to start with a younger tree because I thought it might be a little bit easier. Still, it's got quite a bit of dynamism, movement to the young branches, all the vigor of spring with leaves already popping out all over the place. Also, there's enough room for sitting down without being horribly in the way of passers-by, not unimportant. So yeah, I thought it would do nicely. For the first time this year I got out my little foldable chair, popped it down and got to work. I made a thumbnail sketch trying to work out the composition. And then I drew the pencil sketch on the actual paper. I made it rather detailed, taking my time, enjoying myself. This is the sketch all done. Next, it was time for the fine liner layer. I'm using smooth hot press watercolor paper for drawing on, by the way, it's a new favorite. And I mostly work twice as big as this since last year, but I wanted to ease myself back into plein air, so I decided to use this size today. You know, keep it smaller. Also, I am hand holding my phone to record, so I hope the footage is not too wobbly. finally getting started with the shading part here. And now for a short bird intermission. Turns out there was a grebe on a nest in the small brook behind the tree. It was a bit of a flimsy looking nest, and it was a female, hopped on and off, so clearly no eggs in there yet. And Mr. Grebe only showed up a whole 2 hours later, and they greeted each other very enthusiastically, which I just missed filming. There was a whole conversation going on right before this shot, I tell you. I feel like a total voyeur right now, because this is clearly a mating thing. Okay, so much for the bird intermission. Let's give them some privacy and I'll get back to drawing. It's coming along nicely here, I think. I'm especially liking the branches going this way and that. I was having a seriously good time. The thing with these trees is that I love how you really have to figure out the top, how it's built up, as it were. Kind of like architecture, but organic. Right, onto the final stretch of the day. Things were going well enough, if slowly, but that tends to be the case with me anyway. It did turn a little bit chilly towards 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was still only April after all. I didn't plan on staying too long anyway, but then my phone went and died. Honestly, I forgot so many things this day. A power bank, my sun hat, my phone/camera clamp. It's clear I haven't done this in a while. So I packed up reasonably early and went home, fully committed to come back another time to work some more on the drawing. Usually you get a final progress shot of the day, but as I said, my phone died, so nope. Only 2 days later I found my way back there, and I parked my bike in the same spot around the corner from the pancake farm, which was looking decidedly fairy-tale-ish in the pretty light. Look at it! Officially this is called boerderij or farm Meerzicht, but I'm still a total child at heart, so I call it the pancake farm because they sell yummy pancakes there. It was a little bit colder on this day, I think. Quite windy, but that didn't bother me. I quickly found my spot, near the grebe nest. This is how the drawing looked right before going home last time, and I happily got back to work, resolved to get as much done as possible. Now, when I say there was quite a strong wind blowing... Oh my god. It's fine, we're fine, it's cool. Yep, that happened. Fortunately, the drawing was fine. This is me trying to talk on camera, explaining what I still want to get done, but the audio was just so bad, you'll have to do with the voiceover. Basically, everything needs work and loads of leaves need adding. In other news, I got a good look, and as of yet, there are no eggs in the Greep's bird nest. I'll keep you posted in future vlogs. Time to do a bit more work on the bottom branches. I thought they were looking a little bit, well, alien-like at that moment. I spent the rest of the afternoon simply drawing loads of lines, so happy to be back out here again. During the afternoon, the sun showed itself from time to time, off and on, which was nice because of the wind. It gave a bit of extra warmth. All the same, I was glad to still be wearing my little winter puffer coat, even though it's already April. I also had some fun interactions with friendly people, and I made decent progress, so all in all, a good day. Here is the final progress shot of the afternoon, the drawing and the actual subject together. As per usual, I will finish the drawing at home, although I didn't think this one would still need loads of work. Right, time to go home, figure out what still needs doing. As I already said, I didn't think it would need too much work. I'm going to work on the bottom part, the grass, give it a bit more feet, as it were, ground it better. The branches are still a little bit too alien looking to my taste. They need to be incorporated more with the rest of the tree. The foliage at the top needs to be more abundant as well. This part was actually pretty straight in real life, but I think adding some more shape, some more roundness would benefit the overall appearance of the top. And I plan to darken up the silhouette of the top as well to make front and back clearer, make the whole shape pop a bit more. And I've got some almost accidental patterns going on here that I like and that I plan to exaggerate a bit more. Okay, let's go! Trunk patterns first. Adding oh so many tiny leaves. I don't mind, I enjoy that sort of thing. Well, clearly I do. Finally starting on the foreground, the grasses, the bottom foliage. Working on the silhouettes, darkening the top here. And back to those branches at the bottom. You know, whenever I think I'm almost done, it's just never true. It still took me quite a while to finish this piece because that's just how I work, I guess. I always have unfinished drawings hanging around the place where all my creative stuff takes place, and then I work on it for small pockets of time. In the meantime, I started new plein air drawings and finally finished 2 monster YouTube videos that took about 400 years to edit. But here we are, all the same, nearing the end. So here we have the first plein air drawing of the year finished. I like it, it's a nice one to kick off with. But more than that, I was super happy to be out there again, and I can't wait to see what the rest of plein air season will bring. Let's see the final scan now, shall we? And so, if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that it brought you some peace and quiet in this busy world of ours. Please feel free to like and subscribe and all that, it helps a lot. I hope to see you in the next video, and goodbye.